Sure.
I'm sorry.
No problem.
Yes, at any rate, DNI is Department of Naval Intelligence. 27 is refers to a system of division that DNI adopted back when they first began using time code, and it's a jerry-rigged adaptation of an earlier logging system for visual documentation. And then the final 8 digits are self-explanatory. They're
sure.
Hours, minutes, seconds, and frames.
Okay.
And 27 has no meaning in and of itself. It's merely a logging system that can be accessed according to code books and what have you.
All right. Some people have said, why is the video so foggy? Now, I view it as fairly clear, but one would imagine that with the high-tech video equipment we have, you would get very, very, very sharp images. Do you have any comment on that?
Well, part of the fogginess is the VHS copy, and I'm debating the possibly when I delivered this tape originally, I was extremely paranoid, and I have not become any less paranoid. But I believe I understand where I stand a little bit better now.
Are you in fear of your life?
Well, the simple answer is yes, but I'm by nature an observer. I have not personally experienced harassment, and I think I've been relatively successful in maintaining my anonymity and
so you are
so to speak. But
you are convinced they do not.
In the experiences of others, both individuals who are known to the public because they made it into the media, and other individuals, that there are great dangers involved in bringing this kind of information out. Not because the government is all powerful, but because the government is and knows itself to be out of control in relation to this phenomenon. They crave control, and they have no control, and as it leaks away from them, they can become vicious.
Sean, do you have any questions?
Well, specifically, there was no sound on the tape that we were given. Can you?
Yeah. Oh, can I break in here? Jeff has just supplied me with a note, which I suppose qualifies as a commercial. He says the video in the rocket tape is fairly clear, not foggy. This is true. It does look better in the video.
Okay.
All
right.
But
yes.
It is. Oh, we never did finish that point. It is dark, and I do not have an answer that satisfies me for why it is so. This business of the aliens needing the environment to be dark does not wash with me, mainly because the being itself is bathed in light. On the other hand, well, if I go any further in this direction, I think I may be stepping into the areas that I am trying to avoid for my own self-protection.
Victor said you said in your interview that you had actually personally seen this creature on an occasion. Can you tell us anything?
This is the case, but I made it abundantly clear that it was not necessarily the session that is represented in this video.
Yes, but can you tell us about what happened when you actually saw the creature and what your opinion was and what your thoughts were?
Well, no, I can't. I can tell a second-hand anecdote. If I speak about the occasion when I personally encountered the being, I would be compromising myself.
All right. What about your emotions? In other words, what did you feel when you were in its presence? Can you describe that at all? Did you feel awed? Did you feel sorrow? Did you feel elated? What did you feel?
I suppose I felt sorrow. I felt anger. I'm not by nature an emotional. Well, I am an emotional person. I am not by nature an interactive person, a person who makes emotional connections easily, and certainly in the presence private meeting. But it's gotten away from me. This effort on my part to do my bit, so to speak.
That's a very important question, Victor. You got this out of Area 51 in the way described earlier. Why?
Not described earlier, as a matter of fact. But
well, by digital form, in other words.
Yeah, well, it was made possible by the digitizing of these old analog.
I've got you. But my question is, what was your motivation in bringing it out? Did you just want the American people to know? Is that the idea?
Well, as a matter of fact, on your own show, with Whitley Strieber, there was something he said that struck me so singularly that I wrote it down. As a matter of fact, I have it here on a scrap of paper. He said, "This is the face that mankind is turning to this other world," and I suppose, to some extent, that was my motive for attempting to place this before the public. I believe that these beings cannot be harmed by us in any significant way, in any way that is meaningful to them. But at the same time, I believe they're presenting us with a sort of test. They have appeared in an incomprehensible panoply of circumstances in front of private individuals who are then left, metaphorically speaking, wandering in the wilderness, unable to convince the world at large that what they've experienced is real. And at the same time, they have involved themselves in this incomprehensible.
Victor, I've got to stop you. We're at the top of the hour, and I'm asking you to stay over a little bit because we haven't had a full hour with you.
Oh, it is one now.
It already is. How time flies, huh?
Well, you caught me in the middle of my larger statement, I suppose, so I will hold on.
Very good. Stand by, Victor. Stand by, Sean David Morton. I'm Art Bell. This is CBC.
Taking calls on the wildcard line at 702-727-1295. That's 702-727-1295. First-time callers can reach Art Bell at 702-727-1222. 702-727-1222. Now, here again, Art Bell.
Good morning. My guests are Sean David Morton and the mysterious, and for a good reason, Victor, who got out, took out, managed to somehow get out a digital version of the alien interview that can be seen in single picture form, at least a couple of photographs, on my website now at www.artbell.com. We'll get back to Victor in a moment. Now, back to Sean David Morton and Victor. Gentlemen, welcome back.
How far down did you look?
Thank you.
We are back on the air, and if everybody would turn off their radios, please.
Yeah.
Okay.
Victor and I